Sports bettors, happy NFL day. We are at episode number 2 for future props going into the season. As requested on one of my last YouTube videos for football, someone requested, can we break down the Saints schedule as far as win totals? And yes, I can, because I have lots of time on my hands and this is what I do for a living. But I will give you my recommendations for the Saints at the end of this one. I would like to know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Truly, I know I say that in these videos, but, looking through the Saints schedule, there is a lot of holes. But due to their quarterback situation, their offensive line situation, kind of this recent offseason for them, especially with what's-his-name retiring at the helm there. Now we're leaving Spencer Rattler, some of these other random rookie quarterbacks here going in, who is really gonna be the quarterback for the Saints. I don't think I don't think that they've actually went over that or have talked about it yet. So anyways, guys, if you're new to the page, thumbs up in the video. Again, if you guys want your team broken down as far as season win totals, this one is extremely difficult because it's set at juice numbers either way. You're looking at 4.5 or 5.5. We'll touch on the lines and everything. I don't even want to address the quarterback situation for the Saints because it was very apparent last year they were struggling. There's no offensive weapons out for Carr, and it was super, super annoying to watch. Injuries. They were doing the whole dual quarterback situation for a couple years as well, short yardage situation. We all know how that kind of went out for them. The Kamara stuff, they have some offensive players over the last couple years that were good. It's just their defense was so bad. They were giving up a ton of yards. Their offensive line was really bad. And brings us into 2025 now where they have 3 quarterbacks that are fighting for the job. This one's going to be a little bit different. And I have my notes written down for the Saints now for a couple days. I've been meaning to make this video. But I'm going to kind of go week to week for you guys so you guys can hear and understand the Saints situation. All right, a couple key points before we get into the actual schedule here for the New Orleans Saints. As a diehard Philly fan, Kellen Moore going there, I just wasn't a fan of Kellen Moore. Okay, I thought his decision-making was bad. I think that the players bailed him out. The offensive line made that Philadelphia Eagles team, not the coaching. I think Kellen Moore was actually worse for the Eagles than better. So Kellen Moore takes the realm with a 32-ranked defensive line and the worst power ranking offense going into the league. So for the guy who asked, can we do the Saints, there's a very tall mountain to climb here as far as looking at the win totals. Now, if you're looking on DraftKings, over 4.5 wins is at minus 165. Is it doable? With a very, I don't know what you want to call Kellen Moore as a coach. I think he's going to be 4th and short, go for it. It's going to be crazy. It's not your average. I hope that didn't cut it off, but 4th and short, I think he'll go for it. It's not your average 4th and 3 punt. Okay, Kellen Moore it is what it is. We've seen what the Eagles did last year, right? Anyways, outside of that, 4.5 minus 165 to the over. 5.5 under is at minus 170 for the totals. I'm going to go through the schedule here, fast and furious. We'll kind of touch on maybe the pros and cons of these games that they can win, or just keep it short. I'm not sure. This is kind of a wing video. I know the result, the outcome I want to go over. Week 1, Arizona Cardinals. Week 2, San Fran, Seattle, Buffalo, Giants, Patriots, Bears, Bucks, Rams, Panthers, Falcons, Dolphins, Bucks, Panthers, Jets, Titans, Falcons. Okay? Now, here's what I have down. Possibly winnable games. This was, just me spitballing. This is what I like to do for these, whatever. Possible Arizona. Possible Seattle. Possible Giants. Possible Carolina. Carolina again. Jets and Tennessee. Now, when it comes to ruling out games, I'm immediately ruling out the Giants just because of the defense. I think their defensive line will eat apart the New Orleans Saints offense. So I am going to get rid of the Giants here. Arizona, I think offensively too much. They're going to be too much. Arizona is a very bad defensively team, but Kyler and gang showed a lot of signs last year of some positive. I just don't think that the Saints are capable of beating Arizona. That leaves Seattle. That leaves Carolina twice, the Jets, and Tennessee. I don't think they could beat Carolina twice. Carolina was 4-5 their last 9 games last year. They had very good games against Philly, Kansas City, 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl, and they put up a lot of points, 30s. So I think even think in the 40s. So I'm going to give them one win against Carolina and give them the other one. That leaves Tennessee Titans, the Jets, and Seattle and Carolina once. That's 4 wins. Now, can they squeeze a win out of San Fran, Seattle again, Buffalo, Patriots, Chicago, Tampa Bay, Rams, Atlanta? I think under 5.5 at minus 165 has to be the play. I think they could get to 5 wins. Under 4.5, I think you'll be flirting if they could get Carolina twice. I don't think they have a chance against New England. I think New England's too tough. I didn't see the time of the year that they played New England as well. That's usually very important. Where location, which it is. Where are the... Oh, Patriots is week 6 at home. So that's beneficial for them. It's October 12th, so it's good weather. So yeah, I have to go under. I don't want to put up any highlights for this one. I kind of wanted to just brush through this, to be quite frank with you, because I just don't see many wins. And a lot of it has to do with the teams that we kind of are considering that they could win have made decent progress on defense, whether that's in the line or the secondary. And I just can't count Carolina as 2 automatic wins. I really, really can't. They looked pretty good at the end of the year. I don't know what Bryce Young we're going to get this year. And again, the Giants, they're in a very tough division as well. They have to win some of those bad games if they want to compete in the NFC, like the Saints. The Saints dealing with all these quarterback issues, now a new coach. I just don't see it. I thank you for your comment, but I'm going to go under 5.5 wins for the New Orleans Saints. Guys, if you want your team next, just put it in the comment section. I genuinely think, do you guys think I'm overlooking a team that the Saints could easily beat, and why? Just put it in the comment section below. Are you betting alternate over, alternate under? Again, this schedule, the Bears made a lot of great changes. They don't stand a chance. Buccaneers, no way. Rams, absolutely no way. Panthers, I just don't see it. That's at Carolina too. I don't see them winning that in the back end of the year. Home against Falcons, no way. At Miami, not a chance. At Tampa Bay, again, no way. Maybe home against Carolina. Maybe the Jets. Maybe the Titans. But again, I just don't see them beating the Titans and the Falcons. You know, the schedule kind of speaks for itself. So let me know what team you guys want to know about next. I've had pretty much all this done. All my NFL future bets are about to drop soon. So yeah, if you guys want to see more content with NFL futures, even some kind of offensive ones, whether that's 1,000-yard receptioners, put it in the comment section below. I will make a video for y'all. That's episode number 2 in the books for our futures for the NFL. Y'all have a great day. Good luck. God bless. Grind on.